Hello, this is Sonja from My Happy Space. Welcome back at my channel. Today I'm going to do a Becca Bonneville entry, or we're going to make something with her printables. I'm on a design team, and I absolutely love all her beautiful printables. As an artist, I really admire her. And yeah, I just love it. This month, her printable is called Hopes and Promises, and it's almost like also a tag system which you can put together, but there's much more in it. She's got these obviously labels and tabbies and word fetty in these circles, and then she has this absolutely adorable printable. It's just absolutely beautiful. I love the little wellies with the little flowers and the cute umbrellas and the upside down umbrella, and it's all about hope will fall like rain. God is good even when life is not. God will shower us with his comfort. He will come to us. The heart behind it is obviously when life is not always a good, it's maybe a rainy, and just to see the goodness and the hope and the promises of God in the situation. And here's some tags, and I love this rainbow tag. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's such a clever idea. And there's some more tags, and there's a little cloud tab also, which is so cute. And I like this fact that you can put some prompts down there. And there's some obviously Bible verses. And then she's got this beautiful pattern papers. Love this colorful pinkish gingham. And I love this, obviously, raindrops also. It's absolutely stunning. So I was thinking of making Faithdex cards, but I want to make it a little bit of a different Faithdex card. I've been thinking for a while. I want to try something like that out. Now, often I make this Faithdex card that's got a pocket in there. Like, for instance, if you open it, it's got a pocket in there. So today I want to almost try Faithdex card. It's almost fold open on itself. So it's doubles the side, so you can decorate it on here, you can decorate it in here, there, and even in the back. So that is what we're going to try to attempt. So I'm definitely going to use these pattern papers obviously to make it. I'm going to put you on fast forward because I've got my family today at home. It's a bank holiday in South Africa, or a public holiday. So I've got the whole house full of people. So I'm going to put you on fast forward while I'm doing it. So obviously then it will help them. Otherwise the house needs to be quiet when I do the video if they are here. So yeah, I'm going to cut these things out, and I'm going to put you on fast forward, and then we're going to put it together. Okay, I've got all my pattern papers cut out and my elements. First of all, I'm going to use this template. It's also Illustrated 5 template of a Faithdex card, and I'm just going to trace it. Luckily, it fit in next to each other. In the beginning, I thought I'll have to put it on top of each other and connect it with washi tape, but luckily if you move it just a little bit off, it fits perfectly in there. So I'm just tracing it, and I'm going to cut it out so I can have these two Faithdex cards next to each other, so it can be sort of a flip open as you see now. Now I'm making the indents of the Faithdex cards by a hole punch. I've got a whole video how to make Faithdex cards and some ideas for Faithdex cards, which I will link up here if you are in need of Faithdex card. Now I'm using the leftover pattern paper. I'm using the contrasting paper. I've used the raindrops to make the Faithdex card, and now I'm using these gingham stripe paper to do the pockets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some pockets where I can put some of these tags and elements in. In hindsight, I should have made the pocket a little bit bigger because I forgot that I have to put the glue above the indents of the Faithdex card, because otherwise you will see later when I put my tag in there, it slipped to the bottom, so I had to bring up my glue a little bit more, and then the pockets was a little bit too small. But yeah, it's not a big deal, but yeah, I think in hindsight that would have been better. Now moving on to the front cover of the Faithdex card, I'm using one of my doilies in my Etsy shop, the green one. I thought that will work perfectly. I'm not really a big green lover, but I think this was part of my Christmas collection, so I was glad to be able to use this green doily. Now I just want to put that word fetty on there, but I thought it need a backing, so I use some washi tape to back it up, and I think it will work perfectly well. And now I'm just using some foam tabs just to give it a little bit of dimension. As you can see, I'm using the negative space which is left after you take the round circles out there. So yeah, not to waste anything, because you can use that also, why not, for bigger surfaces. Here you can see my tags drop to the bottom, and I'm just using some glue, and I'm trying to get in here, and yeah, now it's almost too small again, but it will fit in there. And as you can see later, I'm going to close my Faithdex card. It will not going to go anywhere. I'm putting some twine in my tags because I think that's just fun, and I love, as I said, I love that rainbow cloud one. So I'm going to put my verses later on there. And now I'm just decorating the pockets with these circles, and I love these statements. And it's really something we can look at and just be a reminder during tough times and difficult times. God is always good, and the rainbow is always, even if it's a rainbow, that even if it rains, there's a rainbow, and we can always look at the positive, that He is faithful and that He will never leave and forsake us. So this is my first 5-text card, but before I move on, I'm going to make a hole punch, and I'm going to put a ring binder thingy in there, and I'm an eyelet, that's the word I'm looking for. And then just to make it around it a little bit more off, and I'm going to put ribbon in there. Later you will see me swap the ribbon. I've swapped it for green ribbon. I didn't like the pink, it just didn't work for me. Now I'm moving on to the next 5-text card. And I'm doing more or less the same thing. I'm going to skip quite a lot here because you've seen how I made it. I used the verses Isaiah 41 verse 10 and the one 5-text card I've written. It says, "Don't be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you." And then I also just used my own verse for the other one, is Romans 8 verse 28. It's one of my memory verses, and it says, "I know that in all things God works for the good of all those who love Him and have been called according to His purposes." So I just wanted to remind it of that. Here you see me wanting to use this tag with the rainbow, and I've decided actually to put it at the top to lift the 5-text card a little bit off, and I thought that was quite a clever idea because it just didn't want it to fit in that pocket, and I thought, God, it's a bit lost. So if I turn it around, I love the fact that the rainbow is popping out there. Previously, you've seen me cut this umbrella in half. I don't know how successful that was at the end. I think I sort of just popped the umbrella inside, but I was desperate wanted to use the umbrella because it was so cute. But then, as you can see, I'm putting that heart with flowers over there just to cover that damage. And now the umbrella is peeking out, and if you take the card out, you will see the umbrella also. So I'm just putting my final touches, some word fetty on there. These printables are so beautiful. I had so much fun playing around with it. I've decided that word statement needs a little bit of a backing because it was disappearing in the background. So I've just put that circle of the rainbow over it so it can stand out a little bit. And I must say, I'm so chuffed with this 5-text card. Here you can see where I've written it. My prayer was also that the Lord said to us, "Don't be afraid," 356 times. And it is for one for each day of the year. I'm sure you've heard that many times before, but that was just a great reminder for me. Yes, the Lord, if He thinks it is so important that we shouldn't be afraid, that He gave us 356 times in the Bible, then we mustn't be afraid. So I'm just going to give you a final flip through here. This is my prayer about "Don't be afraid." I've put behind there, and that is my Isaiah. I think my Isaiah passage is on there. And if you can see, I've swapped the ribbon for a green ribbon. I just thought it worked better. I wish I had a dark green ribbon, but that is just what I had in my stash. So I love how that turned out. I love the rainbow also, the idea. And as you can see, I've put that statement, "Don't fear, for I am with you." I've cut it apart and just put it around the rainbow. Then I realized just that pocket is just empty. There's nothing in there. And I just popped one of the clouds in there. I can also journal also on there or write another prayer if I want to. But at the moment, it just covers a little bit of that whiteness. And there's my other tag with it. So I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you inspired. I hope you learned something new. I will link the details of this printable down below. It's from Illustrated Faith, but designed by Becca Bonneville. You must have a fantastic week, and God willing, I will speak to you on Friday. If you like this video, please give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd really appreciate if you do. Have a great day.